Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is Amy from With Love by Amy, and today we are doing another card with some stamp sets that I have not used in quite some time. Also this embossing folder, Manhattan Rose, which also I have not used in a long time. They're all Stampin' Up! Sets that are probably very long retired, and I considered at this point using the Nuvo shimmer powder. However, as the card went on, I decided not to. So the first thing I'm going to do is emboss the card panel, which I actually used watercolor paper for that, and I'm going to use the smooth side. So I made sure that I put it in the folder to emboss it with the smooth side so it would be embossed properly. And then I am going to heat emboss this rose stamp from Fifth Avenue Floral, and I'm going to heat emboss it in gold. So of course I have to make sure that I use the anti-static powder tool because I don't want to mess up my already embossed panel. And it does a pretty good job. I realized right after I was doing this that I needed to refill my embossing pad because it wasn't doing a great job. But I did use my embossing pen and fill in a couple lines, and they looked halfway decent, so I went with it. Alright, so I'm going to tape my panel down to my anti-slip mat thingamajigger that I have here. It's a baking mat that I turned into a craft room mat when my husband said he didn't want to use it in the kitchen. So I am using my Gonzai Pearl series watercolors, and these are actually something I got for my birthday back in September, and I have not used them yet. So it's been several months I've had them, and I have not used them. The colors that come in this pack are, I'll start on the left. That says it's smoked silver, and it's really cool because the package actually shows you what it would look like on black paper and white paper as well, above each color. And the next color over is copper, and then fern green, sky blue. The next one, that's next to the one I'm using, that says it's bronze. It looks very blue to me, so I have a feeling that something is lost in translation there, because that doesn't look bronzy at all to me. So this one that I'm using says it's purple. Very much, in my opinion, looks pink, but, you know, I'll go with it. I've wanted Gonzai watercolors for a long time. I have heard really good things from them, from people that use them, like Christina Werner and a couple other YouTubers who their names escape me at the moment. So I am just going to, I made sure that I dripped water into the pan to get the colors to activate and stuff, and left it sit for a minute before I tried to start painting, because in some respects these are similar to my Yuli watercolors that, you know, you need to get water on them and they need to get ready. And then every once in a while I have to add more water, is what you just saw me do right there, was add a little more water to kind of like soup it up a little bit, is what I kind of call it. So, and I'm just trying to paint. At first I'm not doing a very good job because I think I still have too big of a brush here. And then I do switch to a smaller brush eventually. Or maybe this is the smaller brush already. I might have cut out all the stuff where I was doing the bigger brush. But the smaller the brush, the better, because I'm trying to paint only in the little wells where the embossing folder, so like not the stuff that's raised, if that makes sense. And when I start out, I'm not doing a very good job of it, so it looks pretty messy, but I kind of like it. Like, it looks kind of abstract and stuff, and I kind of like it. So yeah, it's really just a lot of painting here. I was doing this early one morning on the weekends, and my kids were playing in the next room, because that's where my daughter's room is. And I'll insert a picture here coming up in a second, but I hear my daughter say, she's like, I'm going to be a mermaid, and I'm going to poop in the sea and get all the bad guys. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, what on earth is this girl doing? So when you see the picture, you'll know what I'm talking about. The picture's coming up here. I stuck it in the middle because I did actually go play with them for a few minutes, and I forgot to stop recording, so I had to like cut out like 10 minutes of nothing filming because I forgot to stop recording. Oops. But yeah, the painting of this took way longer than I thought. For just painting one flower, yeah, it took way longer than I anticipated it would. But we're getting there. Slowly but surely, right? Do you enjoy watching someone paint? I don't know. I generally don't. I personally usually would skip over that. Maybe I should watch it. Maybe I'd get better at painting if I watched people paint more. I don't know. Who knows? But we're getting close. Do you guys prefer this look or this camera angle for watching someone paint? Or do you prefer when I had the camera? There's another video and I'll link to it in the upper right hand corner. There's another video where I had the camera set up on my work surface, so you kind of got like an across the table view. I guess it's just a different perspective, and I should have filmed some of this in that perspective as well. It would have made it a little more interesting. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments which angle you prefer for the camera, or if you just like a mix of both to keep it fun and interesting, because the amount of time it took me to paint this, yeah, I feel like I should have changed it up a little bit, but I was trying to do it in between playing with my kids and stuff like that, so it didn't turn out as perfectly as it could have, but I like the distressed look. So yeah, what's your favorite kind of painting to do? Is it watercolor like this, or I've never done oil painting, but I do enjoy using watercolor pencils and then just putting a little bit of water on there and making them do their thing. They're obviously not going to have the shine like these do, but they're pretty cool. And I saw that Tim Holtz recently came out with some distress crayons or something. Those seem like they might be fun to try. I might try to pick those up next time I have an extra gift card to spend on crafty stuff. All right, so I keep feeling like we're almost done, and then I'm like, oh look, there's another petal of the flower that belongs on this flower that I didn't paint yet. Whoops. Alrighty, we're getting there. We're getting there. We really are. So the hop that this is for on Instagram and YouTube, it is geared towards using the supplies that you have that you haven't used for a long time. And when I first started stamping, this was probably one of the first, like probably within the first year of stamping, that this is one of the first stamp sets that I got, is this the Manhattan Rose embossing folder, and the other, whatever the name is of the stamp set that I'm using, I can't remember, the one that I embossed in gold. And I absolutely love that stamp set. And it's so funny because I think about the stamp set frequently, like, oh, it's so beautiful, but I haven't used it on a card in a really long time, and I do really enjoy making floral cards. I was thinking about it recently that, oh, here's my kids playing. This was what I had to take a break from painting for. There was their C. They're so funny. I'll try to throw a picture in the next video, but my daughter got a dollhouse for Christmas from her grandparents, and it's Barbie sized, and it's, oh my gosh, this girl, she's got such an imagination, and she loves this dollhouse so much. It's so fun to watch her play. Like every night after school, she's in there after bath time. She's like, Mama, will you play with me? So yes, I play Barbies almost every night, but she's kind of bossy with her Barbies. Like, she makes me put Ken to bed every day, and Ken can't go to bed with his shoes on, but she yells at me and says, Mama, take Ken's shoes off and put him to bed. I'm like, okay, girl, okay. She's so funny. All right, so we're at the point, we finally finished the painting. Now it's on to the sentiment. So I did initially try to do all the sentiments from this Sincere Salutations stamp set, and I did try to do them in black. However, I realized that my Versamark ink pad was very low on ink, so it didn't work very well. So I ended up throwing them all in the trash because they didn't work out. However, I really think that the flag, like the banner stamp that I did on that one, or the banner punch, turned out really well. Thank you so much for watching, and please come back soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my video because it really helps. Come back soon, and I'll see you later. Have a great day. Thank you.